Welcome to the Cenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
Welcome to another deep dive. We're going to be tackling bipolar disorder today, and specifically how it affects mood,
Okay,
all based on the research you've gathered for us.
sounds good.
I
Yeah, bipolar disorder.
think it's more than just like mood swings, right? It's a
Yeah.
pretty complex condition.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot more than just, feeling up or down. It's a real mental health condition with these extreme shifts in mood.
Yeah.
And they can really impact every aspect of your life.
Yeah, for sure. So you gave us some really interesting articles and studies to look at. What stands out to you as the most crucial thing to understand about these mood shifts?
I think the key is really understanding the different types of mood episodes.
Okay.
Most people kind of have a general idea of depression and what that looks like. But understanding mania and hypomania, that's where things get really interesting.
Yeah, that's where it gets really interesting. So
Yeah.
tell me what makes a manic episode different from just like feeling really happy or energetic.
Well, imagine feeling so euphoric that you're almost invincible. Like you can conquer the world. That's the kind of intense, elevated mood we're talking about with mania.
Okay.
And it's not just for a day or two. This lasts for at least a week.
Week.
But it's not just happiness. It often comes with restlessness, rapid speech racing thoughts,
Oh, wow.
and a decreased need for sleep.
That sounds exhausting.
It can be.
Yeah.
And that lack of sleep just fuels the fire.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's got to make things even more intense.
Exactly. It creates this dangerous cycle.
Really?
And with mania, you also see impulsivity and impaired judgment, which can lead to all sorts of risky behaviors.
Oh, yeah.
Relationship problems, financial issues, legal trouble,
Yeah.
even things that have a lasting impact.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So how does hypomania fit into all of this?
Hypomania, it's like mania's little sibling.
Okay.
It shares some of those same characteristics,
Yeah.
but the symptoms are less severe, and it usually lasts for at least 4 days. So, someone might
no.
feel super productive and creative and confident,
Uh-huh.
but it's not necessarily debilitating,
Right.
like a full-blown manic episode would be.
Right? It's interesting, though, because I can see how it might be missed
Oh, yeah, for sure.
or even mistaken for just like you're in a good mood,
Yeah,
especially if you're getting a lot done.
right.
But like you said, it still needs attention
Absolutely.
just to make sure it doesn't escalate into something more serious.
Exactly. You don't want it to escalate into full-blown mania or even swing the other way into depression.
Right. Okay,
Well-
so then on the flip side, we have those depressive episodes. What are the key things to understand about those?
Well, with depressive episodes, all that energy and motivation we see in mania, it completely vanishes.
Wow.
We're talking intense sadness, emptiness, despair that can last for at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It can lead to fatigue, loss of interest in things you used to enjoy, difficulty concentrating,
Oh, wow.
and even changes in your appetite and sleep.
It sounds like the world just loses its color.
It can feel that way.
Yeah. And one of the articles you provided talked about how in severe cases, these depressive episodes can even lead to thoughts of suicide,
Right.
which really emphasizes how serious those lows can be.
Absolutely. These are serious lows. And it's vital to remember that, this goes beyond just feeling down.
Yeah.
Professional help is crucial.
Yeah, for sure. So now that we understand these intense shifts,
Mhm.
you might be wondering, are all bipolar experiences the same?
That's a great question.
Yeah. And that's where the different types of bipolar disorder come in, right?
Got it. There are 3 main types: bipolar I, bipolar II, and cyclothymic disorder. And each has a distinct pattern of these mood swings.
Okay, so let's break those down. What are the key differences between those 3 types?
Sure. So bipolar I is the most severe form. It's characterized by at least one full manic episode,
Okay.
which, as we talked about, can really disrupt your life.
Yeah, for sure.
You often see depressive episodes following mania, but they're not actually required for a diagnosis.
Interesting.
What's fascinating is that some people with bipolar I experience what are called mixed episodes, where they have symptoms of both mania and depression happening at the same time.
Oh, wow. That sounds incredibly difficult to manage.
Yeah, it is. It's very challenging. So then there's bipolar II.
Yeah.
With bipolar II, you see a pattern of hypomanic and depressive episodes,
Huh.
but never full-blown mania.
Okay.
Interestingly, the depressive episodes in bipolar II can be even more severe
Oh, wow.
and debilitating than those in bipolar.
Okay.
So that's a crucial distinction for both diagnosis and treatment.
So it's possible that if somebody is only experiencing hypomania and they don't even recognize it as that,
Yeah,
they could be misdiagnosed with just depression.
that happens a lot, unfortunately. And then we have cyclothymic disorder.
Okay.
This one involves these less intense fluctuations between hypomania and depression,
Okay.
but they're chronic. They last for at least 2 years in adults.
Okay.
These mood shifts are present for at least half of that time, and they're never absent for more than 2 months at a time.
So it's like this constant roller coaster, but without reaching the extremes of the other types.
Exactly. And sadly, cyclothymic disorder is often underdiagnosed.
Yeah, I could see how that would be.
People might just think they're moody or that these are just personality quirks,
Right.
and they don't realize it's a real condition that can be treated.
Yeah, this all makes me think about a point raised in one of your sources about the difficulty of accurately diagnosing bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's a huge challenge. Bipolar disorder can look like a lot of other conditions, and the symptoms can vary a lot from person to person. Plus, there's still so much stigma surrounding mental health
Yeah.
that people might be hesitant to even talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
even if somebody suspects they might have bipolar disorder, they might not even feel comfortable talking about it or seeking a diagnosis.
That's right. And early and accurate diagnosis is so important for getting the right treatment and support.
Absolutely. It's like having a roadmap
Right?
that helps you navigate this terrain.
Yeah.
Without it, you're more likely to get lost or take detours.
Mm.
So if we imagine bipolar disorder as this complex terrain, what are some of the factors that contribute to its development? I know you provided some interesting research on this.
Well, the exact cause is still unclear, but it's likely a combination of genetics, brain structure and function, and environmental triggers.
Okay, let's delve into each of those. One of your sources talked about epigenetics,
Oh, yeah.
which I found fascinating. Can you
Mhm.
explain that a little more?
Sure. Epigenetics is essentially how our environment and experiences can actually change the way our genes work. It's not about changing the DNA sequence itself,
Okay.
but it's about influencing how those genes are expressed.
Interesting.
Think of it like this. You have a cookbook, right?
Yeah.
But depending on the ingredients you have available, you might end up with a slightly different dish each time.
Well, that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
So even if somebody inherits a genetic predisposition to bipolar disorder, their environment and their lived experiences can actually play a role in whether or not it develops or how it manifests.
That's exactly right. That's where things like stress, trauma, even lifestyle choices come into play. They can all influence how genes related to mood and brain function are actually expressed.
That's so interesting. It really highlights the interplay between nature and nurture.
Yeah, it really does.
So beyond genetics, what about brain structure and function? What have researchers discovered about how the brains of people with bipolar disorder are different?
Well, studies using brain imaging techniques, they've actually shown some differences
Okay.
in the areas of the brain that regulate emotions, motivation, decision-making.
Oh, wow.
And these differences can affect how people with bipolar disorder process information and how they respond to things,
Interesting.
which could contribute to their mood instability.
So there are physical differences that can be observed in the brain.
That's right.
That's amazing.
It is. And understanding those biological underpinnings is going to be key to developing more effective treatments.
That makes sense. We've talked about genetics, brain structure, and the impact of environment and experiences. But I'm curious about like the real world impact. How does bipolar disorder affect people's behavior and their relationships?
It's a great question. You know, imagine experiencing those really extreme shifts in mood that we talked about.
Yeah.
It's going to affect how you interact with the world and the people around you. It's not just about, feeling happy or sad. It's about how those feelings translate into your actions and your decisions.
So it's not just an internal experience.
Right.
It has a very real impact on your external world.
Exactly. So, for example, during manic or hypomanic episodes,
Yeah.
that increased energy and impulsivity can lead to some risky behaviors.
Okay.
Overspending, reckless driving, substance abuse.
Yeah.
It can also put a lot of strain on relationships.
Right.
Because of erratic behavior, irritability, difficulty communicating effectively.
And then during the depressive episodes, we see the opposite.
Yes.
Where instead of being impulsive and outgoing,
Yeah.
the person might withdraw from social interaction.
Right.
Neglect responsibilities, struggle to find the energy, even for basic tasks.
Exactly. It's like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Both equally challenging.
Yeah, it really makes you realize how important it is to have a strong support system in place.
Oh, for sure.
People who understand the complexities of bipolar disorder
Absolutely.
and can provide a safe and understanding space.
Yeah, supportive relationships are essential.
This has been such an eye-opening discussion about bipolar disorder and its impact on mood. We've covered so much ground already, but there's still so much to explore. In our next segment, I'd love to dive deeper into the treatment options available
Okay.
and how people can find the right support for their journey.
That sounds great. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. One of the articles you shared really emphasized how important early diagnosis and treatment are for managing bipolar disorder. It's not something you can just snap out of.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about treatment. What are some of the approaches that can help people live fulfilling lives with this condition?
Well, the key is that treatment isn't one size fits all. It needs to be personalized to the individual's specific needs and experiences.
Right.
But generally, a combination of medication, psychotherapy, and lifestyle modifications is the most effective approach.
Okay, so let's unpack that. What role does medication play in managing bipolar disorder?
Well, medications are often the first line of defense
Okay.
in stabilizing mood and preventing episodes. They can help regulate the brain chemistry that's thought to be behind those extreme mood swings.
So it's not just about masking the symptoms, it's about addressing the underlying biological factors.
Exactly.
What types of medications are commonly used?
Mood stabilizers are often the cornerstone of treatment.
Okay.
They help prevent both manic and depressive episodes. Lithium is a classic example. It's been used for decades.
Right.
But there are other options as well.
Yeah.
And a psychiatrist will work with the individual to find what works best for them.
Okay, and what about medications specifically for those more acute episodes, like when someone's experiencing severe mania or depression?
In those cases, antipsychotics can be really helpful. They can help control things like hallucinations or delusions that can occur during mania.
Wow, okay.
And for the depressive phases, antidepressants can be used, but with caution.
Why the caution with antidepressants?
Antidepressants can sometimes trigger manic episodes in people with bipolar disorder.
Oh, wow.
It's a delicate balance, and close monitoring by a psychiatrist is super important.
So it's about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where the medications are effectively managing the symptoms but not causing unintended side effects
Exactly.
or triggering a mood swing in the other direction.
Right. Meditation management is an ongoing process. It requires open communication between the person and their doctor.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's not just about medication, right? Psychotherapy plays a vital role as well.
Absolutely. Therapy provides a safe space for people to understand their condition,
Okay.
develop coping mechanisms, and really address any underlying psychological or emotional factors that might be contributing to their mood swings.
One of your sources mentioned cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, as being particularly helpful for bipolar disorder. What does that involve?
So CBT helps people identify and change those negative thought patterns and behaviors
Okay.
that can worsen mood swings.
Hmm.
It gives them the tools to manage stress, regulate their emotions, and break free from those cycles of negative thinking.
So it's like rewiring the brain
Yeah,
to respond to those challenges in a healthier, more adaptive way.
that's a great way to put it. Another therapy that's been shown to be effective for bipolar disorder is interpersonal and social rhythm therapy, or IPSRT.
Oh,
This approach focuses on the importance of stable routines and social connections
okay.
in managing mood.
One of your articles highlighted how disruptions in sleep-wake cycles can actually trigger mood episodes.
Right.
So IPSRT helps people regulate their sleep patterns, establish consistent daily routines,
Yes.
and improve their interpersonal skills to build stronger support networks.
Exactly. It's about creating a stable foundation in their life
Yeah.
to help them navigate those ups and downs.
Okay, and then there's also psychoeducation,
Yeah.
which is another essential component of therapy. What does it involve?
Psychoeducation, it's all about providing information about bipolar disorder
Okay.
to the individuals and their families. So, it's symptoms, treatments, coping strategies.
So knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
And when people understand their condition better,
Yeah.
they can make more informed decisions about their care and be more actively involved in their own recovery.
Right. It's like becoming an expert in your own health.
Yeah, I love that. Now, we've talked about medication and therapy, but you also mentioned lifestyle modifications as being important.
Yes.
What are some examples of those?
Lifestyle changes might seem small, but they can have a huge impact on mood stability. One of the most important is establishing regular sleep patterns.
Right.
We know that disruptions in sleep can trigger those mood episodes.
Yeah.
So getting a consistent sleep-wake cycle is really essential.
It's like setting that internal clock
Yes.
to keep everything running smoothly.
Yeah.
What else can people do to support their mood stability through lifestyle changes?
Regular exercise is another powerful tool.
Okay.
It releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals, which can boost mood and reduce stress.
It's like a natural antidepressant.
Right. And it's got all those other benefits for physical health, too.
Exactly. And finding healthy ways to manage stress is key, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Stress is a major trigger for mood episodes.
It is.
So things like yoga meditation, deep breathing, even just spending time in nature can make a big difference.
For sure. It's about creating a toolbox of strategies to help you navigate those tough moments.
Absolutely. And it's also important to avoid alcohol and recreational drugs.
Yeah.
They might seem tempting for self-medication,
Right.
but they can actually worsen mood swings and interfere with medication.
Exactly. It's about making choices that support your long-term well-being.
Yeah, for sure. Now, in addition to these more conventional approaches, I know there's a lot of interest in complementary therapies and natural supplements
Yeah.
that might help manage mood. What are your thoughts on that?
It's important to remember that supplements aren't a cure for bipolar disorder,
Right.
and they should always be used in conjunction with professional medical advice.
Yeah. Okay.
But some supplements have shown some real promise
Okay.
in supporting mood stability and mental well-being.
One of the companies you mentioned in your research is Cenario.
Yes.
They offer a range of natural supplements specifically designed to support mental health.
They do.
Can you tell us a little more about them?
Sure. Cenario is great because they really focus on high-quality ingredients and evidence-based formulations.
Okay.
One of their supplements is omega-3 fatty acids, which are well known for their benefits for brain health, and they might even help reduce mood instability.
I've heard so much about omega-3s being good for heart health,
Yes.
but it's fascinating that they can also play a role in mental well-being.
It's pretty amazing. What other supplements do they offer that might be helpful for people with bipolar disorder?
Yeah, what else?
Another one is SAME,
Okay.
which stands for S-adenosine.
Okay, I'm going to have to write that one down.
It's a naturally occurring compound that's involved in producing neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine.
Now, those are the neurotransmitters that regulate mood and motivation.
Exactly.
So SAME might influence mood by impacting their production.
That's the thinking. Some studies suggest that SAME supplements can actually help alleviate depressive symptoms, but more research is definitely needed.
Okay. And they also offer magnesium supplements, right?
They do.
I know magnesium is important for so many bodily functions.
Yeah.
But how does it relate to mood?
Well, magnesium is known for its calming and relaxing effects.
Okay.
It can help reduce anxiety, improve sleep quality, and promote a sense of well-being.
So it's like giving your nervous system
Yeah.
that extra support.
Yeah,
It needs to stay balanced.
exactly. But with all the supplements out there, it can be overwhelming to know where to start.
Yeah, for sure. How does Cenario help with that?
Well, that's one of the things I really appreciate about them.
Okay.
They offer a personalized approach. They have a mental health survey on your website that asks you about your symptoms, your lifestyle, your health goals.
So it's like a customized assessment
Exactly.
that helps tailor their recommendations to your individual needs.
Right. Based on your answers, they suggest a personalized supplement plan that could complement your existing treatment plan. Of course, it's always best to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplements.
Yeah, of course.
Especially if you're already on medication,
Right.
just to avoid any potential interactions.
Yeah, it's great that they offer that personalized guidance.
It is.
Takes the guesswork out of choosing supplements, and it gives you that expert advice that's tailored to your situation.
Exactly.
We've covered so much ground today,
We have.
from the different types of bipolar disorder to the challenges of diagnosis and stigma, the
Yeah.
importance of early intervention and treatment, the power of lifestyle changes and supplements.
Right. And we even touched on how natural supplements like those offered by Cenario can play a supportive role in managing mood swings and just improving overall well-being.
Yeah. And their personalized approach with that mental health survey and the tailored recommendations can be such a valuable resource for people who are looking for additional support.
It really can be.
You know, it's so important to remember that a diagnosis of bipolar disorder doesn't define a person.
Right.
It's just one aspect
Yeah.
of their experience.
Yeah.
They still have strengths and talents and dreams just like anyone else.
Absolutely. And I think by focusing on the whole person, not just their illness,
Yeah,
we create a more inclusive and empowering environment where everyone feels supported to thrive.
that's a great point.
Yeah.
One of the studies you shared talked about the importance of self-care in managing bipolar disorder.
Oh, yeah.
And that really resonated with me.
Me too.
Self-care is so often overlooked,
Yeah,
but it's such a crucial part of the journey.
for sure.
What are some self-care practices that you think are particularly helpful for people with bipolar disorder?
Well, we've already talked about sleep and exercise.
Right.
But beyond that, I think mindfulness practices can be incredibly beneficial. Things like meditation or deep breathing,
Yeah.
they can really help regulate emotions and reduce stress, which are two major triggers for mood episodes.
Yeah, one of your articles highlighted the power of journaling
Oh, yeah.
as a way to track mood patterns and identify potential triggers.
Right.
It's like becoming a detective of your own experience.
Exactly. And having that self-awareness is so empowering. It allows you to take proactive steps to manage your condition
Right.
and make choices that really support your well-being.
And sometimes self-care is as simple as setting boundaries
Yes.
and saying no to things that drain your energy or trigger negative emotions.
That's so important. It's about prioritizing your mental health
Yeah.
and making choices that nourish your mind, body, and spirit.
As we've been having this conversation, I keep thinking about this quote from one of the articles you shared. Recovery is not a destination, but a journey.
Oh, that's a good one.
And it really speaks to the ongoing nature of managing bipolar disorder.
That's a powerful quote. It reminds us that there will be ups and downs along the way.
Yeah.
But with the right support and self-care practices, people can really navigate those challenges and live meaningful lives.
This has been such an insightful deep dive into the world of bipolar disorder. We've covered so much.
We have.
The different types of mood episodes, the challenges of diagnosis and stigma,
Mm-hmm.
the importance of early intervention and treatment,
Yes.
the power of lifestyle changes, and self-care.
And we even explored how natural supplements like those offered by Cenario can play a role in supporting mood stability and overall well-being.
Right. And their personalized approach to supplementation with their mental health survey and tailored recommendations
Yeah.
can be a really valuable resource for people looking for that extra support.
Absolutely.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a message of hope.
Okay.
While bipolar disorder is a lifelong condition, it doesn't have to define a person's life. With the right support, treatment, and self-care strategies, individuals can live full and meaningful lives.
I completely agree. And I hope that this conversation has provided some valuable insights and resources to support you on your journey.
Me too. If you're interested in learning more about Cenario and their approach to mental well-being through natural supplements, we encourage you to visit their website and take their personalized mental health survey.
That's a great resource.
It can be a really helpful step in exploring additional support options.
Yeah.
And remember, you're not alone.
You're not.
There are resources available, there is hope, and recovery is possible.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll be back soon with another exploration of fascinating topics curated just for you.
Sounds great.
Thanks for tuning in to the Cenario podcast. Don't forget to visit Cenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.